Well, first, they all played a trick on me. So they were counting the votes downstairs here at the Tribal Administration Building. It was a secured room where our election committee was walking through the votes. What was really unique about this election, one, it occurred during a pandemic, and two, it was a special election, which meant that there were really strict timelines that our election committee had to post the notice. The time that we had to actually campaign with the public was extremely short. And then because of the short timelines, they were actually not able to get our regular voting machine registered and programmed for the election. So they had to hand count every vote that had been submitted. In addition, because it took place during a pandemic, they also had a lot of mail-in absentee ballots at a higher volume than what we see in previous elections. So on the day they were counting, they had started, and then they had to wait for that last mail run to come in. So everyone was kind of just lingering, waiting for the mail run. The tension was extremely high. I had meetings for the day, and I was kind of walking around, feeling things out, and you could tell everyone was on edge. And finally, I went downstairs just for a quick break in between meetings, and I saw Kathy Carrick, who serves on the election committee, walking through with the results. Well, another provision of the special election was that if you were to win, you had to win by majority vote. So you had to have 51% of the votes. It could not just be a simple majority. You had to have full majority. And Kathy walked through, and Brenda and Rachel were standing there. Brenda Bjork, who couldn't be here, is also on the executive council. And they said, "I'm sorry." And I thought, oh, we're going to have a runoff election, like we're going to have to keep campaigning. It was so exhausting, especially during a pandemic. And Kathy Carrick, she slapped the results up on the window, and she was just like, "You're in, sucker." So it was a really low, and then they, brought me right back up, but it was exciting. And then right after, I found out I had to run upstairs for another meeting. So there wasn't much time to celebrate.